Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Gone Rogue. And in this episode of Gone Rogue, I am going to talk about the cons of collecting. That is right, in this episode of Gone Rogue, I'm going to talk about the cons of collecting. And this is more of a follow-up video to the previous episode of Gone Rogue, which I talked about the art of collecting. So, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something that I spent a lot of time on, and that is collecting. So now, before you click away, this isn't an attack on our hobbies. I'm a collector myself. If you're a subscriber to this YouTube channel, you know that I've collected NBA trading cards, die-cast cards, physical copies of video games, books, and now recently I've uploaded a video that apparently got a lot of hits, which is the Little McDonald's Happy Meal toys video, and there's also another McDonald's videos in the works, which I'll upload soon. But after years of building my own collections, I've started to realize there's a flip side to this collecting hobby, and it's not all fun and games. So let's talk about the ugly truth of collecting and the hidden cost that you might not even realize you are paying. So let's talk about the financial drain. Let's talk about my recent video and the current video that is in the works, which is these Happy Meal the collectible Happy Meal toys. And when I say collectible, they are once in a lifetime collectible toys. So let's get the obvious one out of the way, the cost. It's easy to start small, a few figurines here and a couple of comic books there, but before you know it, you're looking at a serious dent in your wallet. Thank God I have a good paying job, not like when I was in college where I had no job and literally broke. But back to what I'm saying, the initial cost of the item is just the beginning. So these little Happy Meal toys, let's just say, went to McDonald's 25 times, and each McDonald's Happy Meal is like $6, so 6 times 25, which is 6 times 25 is 6 times 25 is like $150. So that video that I've made where I collected at least 10 out of 21 costed me at least $150. And my goodness, that is expensive for those toys, when I could have just went on eBay and bought all 21 toys for that, probably the same amount of cost. But that, if I really went to eBay and did that, it would just ruin the fun, which I mentioned in my previous video of the art of collecting. So that being said, I've also collected NBA trading cards, and the minimum each a blaster box has like 80 cards, 80 to 110 cards, depending which product lineup you're choosing. And each blaster box is like $20. Now it's like $25. I'm believing that's probably fair with inflation, but that's the reason why I've stopped doing those things, because it was expensive. But now with inflation and everything is up, it's now normalized. So with an update, I'll be returning back, not returning, I'll be returning to do some unboxing of these NBA trading cards that I've mentioned before. So another con of collecting is the space problem. Next up is something that is every collector eventually has to face, is space. So my cars, my die-cast cars, I don't rip them out of the pack. I collect them. What's funny is it started all in the small box anyway, but that quickly takes over my entire room. Your collection might start as a fun display, but it can become a logistical nightmare. I'm talking about bookshelves, overflowing boxes stacked in corners, and feeling like your home is more of a storage unit than a living space. That is real. This can create clutter and stress. The things that you love to start feel like a burden when you're constantly trying to find a place for it. So that's the reason why I've stopped collecting the main lines, the basic lines. I just started only telling myself to only buy the premium product, which if you do that, you have it controls the flow of extending your availability of space that you have left. And so another con of collecting is not only the space, but do you really need to collect this? And that goes back to from my previous episode of Gone Road, the Art of Collecting. Am I really going to need this a couple years down? Am I going to look back to it a couple years down the road? And that's the reason why I've stopped collecting the mainline Hot Wheels or Matchbox, because I know I could just forget about it in a couple of years. And talking about the NBA trading cards, I also do only collect the jersey patches, the memorabilia, the signature cards, and not look at the basic card insert. There are special card inserts that I like to keep it. The basic card inserts I can forgive less. So that's the reason why I stopped doing that. And let's talk about the reality check of the downside of collecting. So am I saying that should I stop collecting, or you should stop collecting? Absolutely not. My goal with this video is not to tell you to give up your hobbies. It is to encourage you to be more mindful about them. It's about being aware of the potential downside so you can manage them and get back to the place where collecting is a source of joy and not stress. Ask yourself these questions. Am I buying this because I genuinely love it, or am I buying it just to complete a set? So that is one of the questions that arose when I collected these McDonald's toys. Can I afford this without sacrificing something more important? I think I can afford everything, Or do I have space for this, or am I just creating more clutter? So be honest with yourself. You can take control of your collection instead of letting it control you. So let me know in the comments section below what's the biggest cons you have experienced with collecting. And so hopefully you found this topic insightful. And that will do it for this episode of Gone Rogue. Hopefully you enjoyed what I have to say for the downside of collecting. If you like this video, please give this video a super huge thumbs up. Comment section below what you think about the concept of collecting. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to check out my other YouTube content that's on this channel. And thank you for watching Gone Rogue, and I'll see you on the next one.